we have got a mission which is actually saying that we need to reach even more Imperium. Become the kingdom of the Vikings, as opposed to the Danes, I guess. I want this. How do I get this? Imperium 5. Okay, that's just a long-lasting thing. 400 turns to do it. Okay, yeah, I definitely want this. You know, Mordred Viking needs to be king of the Vikings, not just king of the Danes. I have more ambitions than that. These ships move really slowly. Wow. I'm used to navies being able to absolutely blitz across the map. Okay, so Hemming is trying to defame Siegfried. I was actually writing a book about the Vikings, and one of the bad guys was called Hemming, so I don't like this guy already. So I can pay him off, which costs me influence. I currently have 61 to spend. I don't really want to, because if my influence dips below that of my vassals, then they get even more upset. Or I can ignore him, which loses control, and he gets the out of favour trait. I'm quite happy to kind of give him the out of favour trait, because he's not actually in my faction. Or does that give me the out of favour trait? I'm going to guess that gives me the out of favour trait, not him. We'll have to pay him off. Restless warriors. Rumours have begun to spread about my leadership. Being too accustomed... Whoops. To luxurious living. I'm in a freaking boat. There's nothing luxurious about sitting in a boat all day and rowing. Loyalty of generals is beginning to drop. Some consider themselves worthy as a successor to my throne. Cross the North Sea and sack towns and cities. Oh, I fully intend to do that. A mission will soon be issued. Restless warriors. I get more money from sacking, looting, and raiding. I'm totally okay with this. Oh, except for the public order. That's kind of painful. Yeah, means I'm going to have to raise public order here. -4. Don't like that. Ooh, I'd have a assassin though, don't I? What do you do? Increases recruitment capacity in local province. Okay, so one of my big problems with spies is they didn't have a passive ability which was very useful. So they never leveled up. At least mine never did. While the other two I just leave in my provinces, they level up. They get like level 10, get all of these skills unlocked, and they're amazing. So better spotting. Yeah, okay, more zeal. Zeal does what? Chance of wounding attackers. Agent actions. See, I don't like the fact that agents have a cost, because I almost never have the money to actually use them. Spotting, harass enemy army, assassinate. Call to arms is the only one that actually sounds useful, so... Why are you saying I can't use this? Because he's already doing that? So is that what you're saying? Yes. Okay, so basically, so long as he's doing that, he should be gaining experience. So I'm perfectly happy to leave him. I'm trying to find some towns along here. There are no coastal towns. That must be coastal, surely. But come on, I'm sailing along the Netherlands. How does the Netherlands not have any coastal towns?
Hard on the oars.
Alright, next turn. Right, we have an objective. Sack 5 settlements in England. And that will remove the Restless Warriors faction effect. I can do that. 40 turns. So we're going to England, guys. Holland is boring. Didn't like it. These boats are so slow. Is it because I have these guys? Can I, like, whoops. Ah! I did not shift tab. I'm sure I did not shift tab. You. Ah! So the ships on their own move way quicker. So we'll send the ships on ahead, and then the army can follow more slowly. That's how I'm going to do it. And because I don't have the seasickness thing, this will work legitimately. Yay, Vikings! Okay, we have gained some Imperium, apparently, somehow. We have established ourselves as a worthy power. How? Oh, I should really check that. Where is Imperium? I think it's in the summary. Yeah, it is. So, Imperium. I'm still insignificant. In fact, the bigger you get, the more expensive stuff gets, and you become a great power and you get less food. Wow, okay. But you do get bigger armies. So, we cannot... Wait, we have a champion? Oh, I guess the assassin is the champion. Okay, so we don't have any priests or spies, and we have a champion, which is actually an assassin. We can build another fleet, and I'm very tempted to do that. Because we want 2 fleets out raiding stuff instead of just 1. So we're going to raise forces. We're going to pick the guy who seems like the most capable. They're both defenders, which is unfortunate. I'd quite like someone who's going to attack. So Halfdan or Knut. Let's see, 3333, 3333, influence, influence. You're slightly younger, so we'll take you. Right, so we have our second fleet here in Reeb. It's currently just the commander. We can recruit more units. We'll grab a bunch of them, maybe 2 of those. That'll take us 2 turns to prepare. It's quite a small fleet, but I think that'll be more than sufficient. We can then get our next technology, which I'm going to do raiding income. Not really raiding, actually. It's sacking income I want. Because I know I make a lot of money from sacking and pillaging. Campaign movement rate would be nice as well. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Then again, I can just stick an army on land and then just run around raiding. I don't need to be necessarily that quick. No, we'll go for the campaign movement range because you can see how slow we are right now. So let's go. Oh, this is much better. Leaving you well behind. Oh well. Actually, I could just land you and then start you attacking like Utrecht. I might do that actually. Hopefully you can get away okay. And then you're going after the English. Hemming has an unsigned skill. Hemming leveled up, he is my governor. He gets skills just for doing what he does. This is living the life of luxury. Wealth from the agriculture, more authority or more cunning. Authority gives you public order, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So I think I'm going to go for the wealth and I'm going to go for authority. Ooh, more tax rate, that's nice. Construction cost, that's good too. So these are like the governor skills. These are the combat skills. And again, another thing that differs between the factions, their general skills differ. So there is actually quite a lot of work involved in creating the different factions. Doing this as a stream is quite nice because it means I can chat to you guys during the end turn, like turnovers. I'm sailing all the way out to Scotland. I didn't realise how far north I was. Wow, okay. We're going to go more this way then. Go, go, go. Yeah, it's a little known fact the Vikings drink tea. Absolutely. Okay, there's a town right there and there's a beach here which I can land on. You have to look out for these little beaches. If it's just coastline like that, you can't land. We'll flip over to this because we now have more than one army to worry about, and I always seem to forget 1 or 2. So we may land over here and give them as little opportunity as possible to retaliate. And Halfdan, you're still building, so it'll take another turn. I could actually technically put you guys in raiding stance and you'd start raiding stuff immediately. Just on their coastline. Whoop. Attitude plus 50, plus 60 with Westphalia. Sweet, just because we've done nothing. I like this, getting bonuses for doing nothing. You, can I just attack you? Who are you? You are Northumbria. Northumbria is the weaker one. York! You must die! Where is it? Let's see. I have no idea where that is. Streonshire. It's in England, I should know this. That's... Wait. Does it actually tell me what they're called? Ah, there's York. I kind of guessed York. I'm going to guess that's Scarborough or something? Bamberg. Scone. Where's Edinburgh? Or Edinburgh, as my German friend says. She even lived there for a year.
Yes.
So, let's see. Northumbria. Diplomacy. Sup, Northumbria?
Speak quickly and well. Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
I'm not going to call you in. Alright, we got our first war. We're at war with Northumbria.
For the tribe.
And you're... Please... Oh, you're not on the coast, for goodness sake. You're technically... It's a river there. Sail down that.
Ready
Oh,
for
man.
orders.
Right, we're definitely going into raiding
Ready.
stance at this
A
point.
little
Whoa,
honest
that
plundering.
really reduces what I can do. And we're going to sail up to Bamberg and hopefully we can
Disembarking.
attack that.
Orders.
Right. The Sails of Doom. You sound friendly. We'll send you off as well. Off you go. Meow.
Ready
And then...
for orders.
Wait, you're not Siegfried, you're... Oh yeah, you are Siegfried.
Steady as
Every
we
game I
go.
do seems to have a character called Fred. Wonder why that is.
We still have a wind.
Utrecht, you're going to burn.
Shore.
And then Ubba has leveled up, so we can change your skill. I rather like your ability to increase recruitment capacity. That's actually really helpful. So we'll take that. More chance of assassinating. Ooh, harass army inflicts casualties just like that. That's quite nice. Campaign spotting is also nice. I can use you as a bit of a scout if I need to. Okay. Okay, oh, you again? I'm going to assassinate you. You keep on doing this. Why are you so anti-me? Ingeborg, whose wife are you? Are you his wife? Yeah, you must be. Huh. Are you actually married, dude? Might need to check that. I'll pay you off again. I'll be getting loads of influence when I start raiding stuff, because raiding equals... Yeah, I do have a wife. Ingeborg's my wife. You, why are you being such an arse? 8 loyalty, come on. You have no influence right now, though. Yeah, you can just rot in Reeb.
Yes.
Right,
Row. Gods curse ya. Waiting for a new.
and the Vikings have landed. Huzzah!
Ready for orders.
And we are still in raiding stance, so we can actually move a bit further this time. Bamberg, finally.
Is there
What kind of
nothing
garrison do you
else?
have? 4 guys, 2 spears, an axe, a bow and a shooty person. They do have a catapult, unfortunately. Oh, this... Wait. You're walled? Oh, man. England's tough. England should be really easy to loot. Or maybe it's like down there that I should be looting.
Yes.
Bamberg's probably going to be a bit too difficult for me right now because I have no siege engines.
Moving out. Row. Gods curse ya.
Doesn't look like I can get up there.
For the tribe.
Right, Sails of Doom. We're going to go to southern England with you guys and see if I can do any better. This Viking malark is actually kind of difficult. Just give me a target. Let me go after them, please.
Is there nothing else?
Okay. I need to build more buildings too. I'll do that next turn.
The hungry dogs are all around. The wise man
Oberdright
passes
wants a
doors
non-aggression
and looks for
pact.
shield
I kind of
brothers.
like the buffer
What
you
say
guys are
you?
presenting me right now, so I'll accept.
My people.
Plus, we got a trade deal going on. The Vikings, they honour their trade. They're a very honourable people. Just don't get on their bad side. Otherwise, you might find an axe suddenly appear in your skull. Who's this? This is the Sails of Doom. You're now on the enemy shore, so you can start raiding. So it looks like the first turn it takes time to activate, and then after that they can move fine again. So you guys, once again, can't actually reach anything. Ah, it's so irritating. I should really like send the main army up here and just raid them. They're all inland. That's so annoying. Albert, you're doing your thing. Jutland, I need to build stuff. So we can upgrade the market street to a market hall, which will increase their growth and quite a lot more money from commerce. Also cost 3,000. Or we can build up the nobles hall. I think I'll do that because we actually need the public order at this point because we're down to -8. Though we are at 0 now. Why? Don't know. And we also need to think about the other things we need to build. So at some point we probably do want the church, and as far as I can remember, there is no actual difference between... No, they're all the same size. So I might build a pagan thing here just because it's one of our quests. Ah, come on. No, not the watermill. Sacred Spring. No, that's sanitation. Where is it? Purple. That's the one. Sacred Ground. More public order, which is always good. Public order to adjacent provinces, which is nice, and then it spreads paganism. We'll do that. Armies have all moved. Enter. Right, Ragnar, you are... Ooh, you've leveled up. Oh, because you're raiding. So you actually get experience just for raiding, which is kind of cool. So more zeal means your bodyguard are stronger, which is excellent. This is our... Oh no, it's not your faction leader. But usually the commander's army in a sailing unit is actually really quite important. More experience, more campaign movement, so we want that one. Battle movement, less important. Zeal. Integrity and public order. Huh. Well, we want the zeal, and then we definitely want that one. So, that one. Okay, and Sigfred. Sigfredi. Get small wealth. Well, you're not governing anything, so you don't need that. Get you more authority, which gives you morale and public order. And that one, I think. Right. Hang on, I'm at peace with Frisia. I thought I was further south than this. Actually, stop.
Your next command.
Ah, went too far. I meant to start raiding
On the move.
and just run through their lands and raid it. There's no such thing as a military access treaty at this point. If you want to go through someone's land, you go through someone's land.
Row, gods curse ya! Steady as we
There we go, London. And Canton again. Where are all of your coastal cities? How am I meant to raid you if you're not on the coast? Like, the only target I have so far is London, which is... Wait, it's not a walled city? Winchester. Oh, of course, Winchester is the capital of Wessex at that point. London was just a little town. That is historically correct. Can you reach this town? You can.
ready for orders.
Hey, Wessex. So sorry. But... Sorry, Mercia, not
I'm
Wessex.
sure
Wessex isn't
you have
around
many
yet.
pleasantries for me, but please don't bother. Talk of meat, not honey.
And you can bring Kent into this as well. More targets. Lovely.
Fleet
Let's
ready.
go and hit London then. What's London got? Oh, pathetic. Couple of royal companions. Ooh. They're a tier 2 actually.
Your orders.
Right, Vikings. Time for a fight. Oh yeah, we massively outnumber them. 800 against their... Oh no, it's roughly equal. We are judged to win this one though. Right, weather effects, we have some fog. Let's see, will they have archers? They probably do, but so do we. Oh, they haven't changed these battle maps, I don't think. Oh, wait. The Vikings only attack when it's a nice day. If it's a bit wet or a bit foggy, then, you know, we just don't bother. Okay, so we are on the battle map, so what we need to look here are the best ways to get in. We can only land ships on these little beach areas, which certainly used to be highlighted. Apparently they've removed that. It's kind of odd. Okay, and the other thing we need to look out for is where these towers are, because they will shoot us and they do actually do a fair amount of damage. Their victory point is up here, so we would need to get up this line, so their army is likely in this area here. The easiest way to get up there could potentially be around there. How do I see the range? Okay, so by holding down space, I get these big circles. This shows the range of all these various things. When you hold space and you have other units on the field, it'll show you the range of those units too. So you can see the range of my two archer ships right there. So unfortunately what I was kind of thinking doing was landing on this beach here, coming around here, burning this tower because they'll have a much harder time defending it, then coming around here. Unfortunately this is actually in range of that tower. Actually this crossing is in range of both, so regardless of what I do I'm going to be hit by one of them. So I think I'm going to land on this beach here and then come up here and then just basically attack them. They won't have a great defensive spot. Oh wait. Oh, that's one of the locations that they could put a barricade. It doesn't necessarily mean it is there. The alternative would be attacking over here, but then I have to go much further. I can go up there or around here. Again, with that one in the way, this is just much closer to where the enemy is. No. I'll look down a bit more, it's better. No, too much. So yeah, I think I'll land, I don't know, I'll have to shoot upwards for that one. No, we're going to land over here. We're going to bring our archers over into this open area. We'll have our axemen like protecting the front. We use the archers to burn down this tower from a range. We'll put them in skirmish formation so they can't be shot quite so much. And then we'll go from there. So we'll actually put our archers fairly near the front because these guys need to disembark first. We'll put the axemen just behind it and then the general behind that. Go. This bit is there. Now you're showing me the markers where I can land. It's not very helpful. So I'll select the two of those. We'll have you disembark about there. Actually, don't run. We'll have you disembark there, and then you just behind the archers. Go. And off they go.
The enemy outnumbers us.
Come back. It's getting distracted, and my ship sailed off without me. Viking ship should not sail off without the Viking leader. It's just rude. So here the ships are starting to land. Now one of the changes that they did make, some point later on with one of the later patches actually, is the ships used to beach and then stay there. However, when you have really big armies, you'd literally have no more space to beach your ships. So now they beach, unload the troops, turn around, then sail off again. Which kind of makes sense, but it just looked so cool when you had all these beach ships. It just like shows the might of this army that's just dropped and landed. So we're going to stop you guys shooting at will, and we're going to equip fire arrows because they do more damage to buildings. We don't want them firing at will because in case they try and sally out and attack us, we basically want to be in a to have enough arrows to actually do the damage we need to do. We'll march there, we'll stop them running, because they don't need to do that, and then we'll move our archers just behind them. And I'm moving them as a group and then pressing R, and that usually stops them running, because if you send them far enough away, they'll automatically run. Speed up things a little. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We have sighted the enemy.
Ha, too late. So there, one ship has tried to intercept our ships, but he got there too late to actually kill any of my soldiers. And that is actually their general. Oh, please tell me you're going to land. Please tell me you're going to land. You look so much like you're going to land. Oh, you are so landing. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. So we'll get you two. We'll march you over here. And we're just going to cut their general in half. He's completely cut off from the rest of his army. You guys... Okay, they are sallying out. That's fine. We just need to stay away from where those towers are. So the two axemen that I've left behind. You form up there. You guys are there. You charge them. Go, go, go. Actually, no. Do that. Shield formation. Go, go, go. That's a terrible start.
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Okay, now that we don't necessarily need to kill the tower because they're just standing here, we're going to reposition them. We'll move our axemen up a bit because these guys cannot get into a shield formation, unlike our general. Oh, we are butchering them. You can see here, so their feared boatmen were actually... Oh no, that's the Royal Companions. Never mind. Ignore what I was saying. It's not true. Oh wait, stop. Don't do the fire anymore. Do regular. And I want to try and kill their archers with my archers because they tend to outrun my guys. Did I kill the general or not? Not sure. Actually, you two get back into the fight. Our general can chase down their general. We are currently just taking hits, so we'll spread out. And I'm basically just going to try and waste their ammo at this stage while doing as much damage as I can, because I'm pretty confident that my axemen can carve these guys up. It's the archers I'm worried about because they're fast. And they can just skirmish my axemen down. Yeah, we must have killed the general, just didn't get the notification. So now we're going to prepare these axemen down here. And we're going to get into a position where we can flank them. So these guys will come across the top, and then we'll come along the bottom. We should hit them from two sides, and we'll have the general just behind. And please get into shield formation this time. Thank you. Because they basically suffer no casualties if they're in shield formation. It's so powerful. Are they just charging us? No. I want to have a look at some of these models. I haven't seen any of these guys yet. Oh, shields. I have a thing for admiring shields right now because we just upgraded the shields in Pendor. Right, so we are Vikings. We definitely want to hit them on the charge. We're going to get into position. Actually, you guys get a bit further back. So we're charging their front line. Boom. Our archers are still engaging their archers. We're still moving these axemen a little bit further back. And then we're going to hit them from behind. And from the side. And they're not bringing in their royal companions, which is a mistake. Because I'm going to cut their spearmen to pieces here. My archers are still hurting their archers, and their companions are going to be on their own against my entire army. Give a little more morale. Oh, melee defense, even better, because we are in melee. You can see here the flashing banner, that means they're about to break. And the green bar is how many troops are left in that unit, so one of those units has just broken. This unit's going to break very, very shortly because they got fleeing friends. We're actually going to continue chasing straight through their unit. And with these three, we're going to hunt them down. In fact, we don't need to hunt them down, just press the attack at this point. Our archers are out of ammo, which is actually what I was kind of planning to do, so we're going to stop you shooting. We're going to press F, which puts you in melee mode, and we're going to chase their archers. Our archers are much faster than our axemen, so our archers are going to chase down their guys. We're also going to come out of skirmish formation. You guys should go around the back. Because these royal companions are probably quite... Well, they're tier 3? Wow, okay. They're very strong. So anyone with a white banner like that, they've broken. They will not rally. coming to the side, and then I'm going to try and pincer in there. I'm going around the side because these guys will lose to them. And our axemen are losing to their royal companions. Man, they're tier 3. It's the very beginning of the game. How have they got tier 3s? I know this is London, but still. Let's hit from behind. We got axes, they got armour. It's their armour, 60, it's ours, 6. I think we might need to bring in our main guy. Yikes, we might actually lose this just because of how strong these guys are.
Men have rallied.
So these guys have actually rallied. They did run away, but they're back in the fight now. Oh, we're in range of that tower. That's not good. Oh, we're easily in range. Rats. Mistake. And once we get close enough, we'll hit the melee defense again. Hopefully we'll hold a bit better. If they get these royal companions as part of their garrison, I'll be very annoyed. Oh, now they're starting to break.
The enemy general is
What?
fallen.
Oh, it lied.
Aye.
Oh, this is a governor. That's what the royal companions are. This is probably the king of Mercia.
The gods have seen us victorious this day.
Okay, so they're a bodyguard unit. Yeah, my bodyguards are tier 3 as well. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, these are all tier 1. So bodyguards are usually really strong. Let's get away from that tower and pull back. We've killed the the character, which means that that bodyguard unit will just disband. It's gone. So the only thing we need to do now is chase off these archers, and actually we can just end the battle. We do not need to finish them off. This is a siege. Anyone that's left in the defense is just dead. So we have won the first victory. It was a close victory because their companions took me by surprise. I should have brought in my own general earlier. That was a mistake. I didn't realize just how strong they were. That was their... What they said was their general, and actually yeah, that was annoying, because there's a little star next to the character banner, which shows who the general is, and that star was next to their ship, not next to those royal companions. So it lied to me about who their general was. So I need not have put so many troops against their general at the very beginning. So we got a tiny bit more experience with them. Their general, how many did you kill? 223. One unit. Well, actually, to be fair, we got 201 with one unit. Those guys. Our archers probably didn't... Oh, the archers didn't do too bad. We have 500 men remaining. We killed them all. We now choose what to do to London, so we could loot it and occupy it, which means we take it over. We could just occupy it without looting it, which means there are less buildings done, or we could sack it, that means taking money. We are sacking it because we want the money. Sorry, it's raising that removes the city, sacking it just damages it. So now if we look at London, you can see there's like a health bar here. That means that all of those buildings are half strength and they have 272 wealth left here. So if we sacked it again, these would be reduced to 0, so they become very expensive to rebuild, and the wealth will go down even further. We actually want to let them rebuild because we need them to rebuild their wealth so we can just steal it again later.